And this sounds remarkably similar to what happened in 2015 with the Comfort Women deal. The Obama administration believed it could no longer afford its two biggest allies in Asia fighting over this issue with China's growing influence, so the US pushed Japan and Korea to settle, and so again, America's national interests came before justice for the Comfort Women.
As I said, Japan and the Republic of Korea are stalwart allies, economic partners, so anything that moves them closer, we believe benefits the region and certainly the U.S.
Looking back into the past, America's interests in East Asia may have also inadvertently started the historical revisionism we see today. The US drafted Japan's current constitution with the pacifist Article 9, which prevents Japan from maintaining any kind of military force for war. Ironically, just a few years after it was enacted, the US pushed Japan to remilitarize due to the threat of communist expansion in East Asia. However, the Japanese government at the time resisted remilitarization, and so the US searched for someone who could lead Japan in a pro-US, pro-militarization direction, and they found their man in Sugamo prison, Nobusuke Kishi. Kishi was a suspected Class A war criminal who oversaw the forced conscription of thousands of Chinese and Korean laborers, was a member of the Tojo cabinet that attacked Pearl Harbor, and was apparently racist, thinking that the Chinese were too barbaric to obey laws, and compared them to dogs and that they could at least understand brute force. Despite all this, the US released Kishi from prison and supported his rise to prime minister while secretly funding a campaign spending up to $10 million a year to influence Japanese politics to keep his party, the LDP, in power. As prime minister, Kishi signed a revised version of the US-Japan Security Treaty, keeping US bases in Japan, and convincing the Eisenhower administration to release Class B and C war criminals who were imprisoned for torture, rape, and murder, saying that their pardon would make it easier for Japan to forget past war crimes and move closer to the US. In other words, full